Nicole Harness, the Florida woman who was being sued by Luke Combs for selling merchandise that used Combs' logo and image, is now speaking out after all of the effort that Luke Combs has put into rectifying the unfortunate situation. For those who may not be entirely up to speed, just real quick before we get to her response, Nicole Harness, who lives in Pinellas County, Florida, was shocked when she recently became aware of a federal lawsuit filed against her by Luke Combs over copyright infringement for the sale of merchandise, tumbler cups. According to Harness, during an interview with local news station WFLA out of Tampa, Florida, she suffers from congestive heart failure and learned of the lawsuit after returning home from a recent hospital stay. Upon returning home, she was unable to access her Amazon store account, where she had the items up for sale and it housed a balance of $5,500. She went to retrieve that money out of her account to pay bills. However, that account was frozen. Harness then began to look into why her account was frozen and found an email that had been sent to her junk folder. That email was a court service for the federal lawsuit by Luke Combs out of a federal court in Illinois. Harness claims that she never even knew of the suit and that the case was already closed, and she now owed the country music singer $250,000 after a default judgment was recognized by the court after having no response to the suit from Harness. The fan was devastated by the news and explained that she did not have the money and that she only had sold a total of 18 tumblers amounting to less than $400. Following Harness's interview with local news station WFLA out of Tampa, Florida, Luke Combs immediately turned to social media to address the suit against Harness, where he explained that he had no knowledge of this and that a fan being wrapped up into a lawsuit that is really meant for larger corporations profiting millions of dollars off of his logo and image made him sick to his stomach. Here is Luke Combs' response.
What's up, guys? Luke here. It's 7:27 a.m. here in Tennessee. I woke up at 5 a.m. to use the restroom, and the first thing I saw was this. A woman that's being sued by me for $250,000. I spent the last 2 hours trying to make this right, trying to figure out what's going on, because I was completely and utterly unaware of this. So we reached out. Firstly, my manager reached out to this news station that ran this piece to try to get some info. And so we do have a company that goes after folks, only supposedly large corporations operating internationally that make millions and millions of dollars, making counterfeit t-shirts, things of that nature, running illegal businesses. And apparently this woman, Nicole, has somehow gotten wrapped into that. And that makes me absolutely sick to my stomach. So I was able to get Nicole's phone number. I spoke to her this morning. She told me that, she was absolutely shocked by this. I'm so apologetic. Talking to her, it makes me sick. Honestly, that this would happen, especially at the holidays. I can't imagine being in her shoes. She told me there's $5,500 locked up in her Amazon account. I'm going to double that, send her $11,000 today, just so she doesn't have anything to worry about. She was never supposed to be involved in anything like this. No fan should ever have to be involved in anything like this. And she got in trouble apparently for making tumblers. So I'm going to make my own tumbler today. That's going to go up today. I'll keep you posted on that, but all that money is going to go to Nicole and her family to try to help with her medical bills. Hopefully that can help her out. And again, this is unbelievable. I was completely shocked when I saw this morning. It makes me sick. This is not something that I would ever do. This is not the kind of person I am. I'm not greedy in any way, shape, or form. Money is the last thing on my mind. I promise you guys that. And I invited Nicole and her family out to a show this year so I could give her a hug and say sorry in person. And yeah, I love you guys. I just wanted to clear that up, man, because it makes me sick for anybody to be thinking that I'm this kind of person, because I'm the farthest thing from it. So love you guys, and I'll keep you posted.
Now, what we have also learned is that Combs, his manager, and team are currently working to have the judgment dismissed against Harness. She is already off the hook from paying the $250,000 handed down by the court, and since all of this has transpired, Nicole turned back to local news station WFLA, where she provided her response to it all, as well as her gratitude towards Luke Combs and his team. In a new interview, the fan shared that she received a phone call initially from Luke. However, she did not answer because she didn't recognize the number. But then Luke sent over a text that read, "This is Luke Combs. I really want to talk to you." Harness explained, "I didn't answer the call because I didn't know who it was. And then before you knew it, I got a text saying, 'This is Luke Combs. I really want to talk to you.' And I was like, no way, get out of here." He was a very nice guy, very understanding. I explained to him what happened, he understood. "I still can't believe he called me, and he is doing these things for me." She also added, "I definitely learned about the copyright laws, and I know I will be more careful moving forward on what I post for sale on my store." Luke and his team are also working to get Harness back into her Amazon account, as well as assisting her with paying off some of her loans and medical expenses. Again, hats off to Luke Combs here for making all of this happen and being very diligent in his response. As we always say here, Luke Combs is one of the best people in the business and truly cares for his fans. And if there was ever a question, I think this really solidifies that answer on who Luke Combs truly is, not only as an artist to the fans, but as a person. As always, guys, thank you all for tuning in here at CountryCast. That will be all for today's video.